are here, the children that are here, all the other members. And I want to give this chance to the family to decide how many family members will come here so that we can do that. I have spoken to the co-chair of the committee that's organizing this, Senator Odinga, who will organize family members to come here, give the eulogy of the late Prime Minister, and also other family members to pay tribute to the late Prime Minister as the family decide. Welcome, family.
Vile kuna kwaya kama Voice of Hope imetoka Nairobi, kuna kwaya Nyamonyi.
The President of Kenya, Dr. William Ruto, to the family of Jaramogi Odinga, and to all protocols observed, and to all the mourners. Good morning. Mine is very brief. I will just read the eulogy of a great man that we are standing here to celebrate today. My name is Honorable Emily Odinga. I'm a sister to the late Honorable Raila Odinga. Thank you. I'll start. Raila Amolo Odinga is truly a once-in-a-generation leader, a man whose ideals transcended politics and whose legacy will shape Kenya's destiny for generations to come. They are the timeless words of President William Ruto while announcing the passing on of the former premier on October 15, 2025. This is the man we mourn today. On October 15, 2025, the mortal journey of the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga came to an end, but his spirit is immortalized in the story of a life that began on January 7, 1945. For 80 years, he embodied resilience, boundless optimism, a will to test limits, ventured into new frontiers and imagined new horizons, all in steadfast love for country. He was a leader who never wavered in his belief in the good of his people. Raila Odinga lived a life of purpose. He chose to fly high, urged the nation to dare, and challenged Africa to fight for its place in the world that retrace the dreams of the continent's founders. Over the past 3 years, over the past 3 days, we have witnessed an outpouring of emotions of a nation gripped in grief. Africa has grieved for him. Indeed, the world has grieved for him. A nation and a world struggling with the question, did we really know him? Is fighting to find hope in his enduring legacy. Raila Odinga may not have been there to fight the country's war for independence, but he bows out as an undisputed leader of the national rebirth of the Kenyan nation. He easily became the bridge between our generation and that of his father, the late Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, who fought for our country's independence from colonialism. He learned at the feet of Kenya and Africa's most revered leaders. He witnessed the liberation ideals and struggles of Pan-African heroes, including his father Jaramogi, Jomo Kenyatta, Julius Nyerere, Kwame Nkrumah, Gamal Abdel Nasser, and Kenneth Kaunda, among others. He followed and internalized Nelson Mandela's struggles and agreed with his philosophy that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it, that the brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. Raila conquered fear and mastered courage. Possibility of death in pursuit of an ideal was not a reason for Raila to retreat, for he also internalized William Shakespeare's words that cowards die many times before and the valiant never taste of death but once. It is from that patch that Raila began his own long walk for freedom and liberation, applying himself to the cause as a debt that owed to past and due to the present generations. Many times, he appeared to be on a cause much larger than himself, a mission almost impossible, but seemed to be the way he loved it, and he gave his life to it. In emulating the giant footsteps of his father, and the spirit of selflessness that ran deep in his heritage, Raila Odinga, just as his father once declared there could be no freedom without the release of their leader Jomo Kenyatta, proclaimed Kibaki Tosha, a declaration that once he felt he had the mandate of the people, there could be no turning back. In the process, he became Kenya's ultimate political prisoner and one of Africa's best-known freedom fighters, a dedicated and down-to-earth servant of the people of Kenya, a headache to the corrupt elite, and a beacon of hope for those struggling for freedom not only in Kenya but across Africa and beyond. Generations to come will honor him and offer gratitude. Raila Odinga cared deeply about Africa and worried eternally about its decline. For that, he applied himself to peace and reconciliation missions across the continent whenever called upon. During the 1990s, he worked closely with the International Republican Institute as a resource person for peace and conflict resolution in him. The highest executive position he ever rose to was that of the Prime Minister of the Republic of Kenya. Following the signing of a National Accord and Reconciliation Act of 2008, which created the Office to Facilitate Power Sharing after the controversial 2007 elections. Earlier, he had served as a member of Parliament for Lang'ata constituency within the city of Nairobi from 1992. However, the hallmark of Raila's life and career was not in executive mansions and offices. It was in the struggle for freedom and democracy in Kenya, many times telling the continent's dictators to set their people free. It earned him outright enemies, cynical friends, and admirers. He understood that an hour comes when he needed to dust himself off rooms or take a plane to global capitals to negotiate politics and policies. He did that effortlessly, moving from dusty Kamkuji grounds to a meeting in diplomatic courtroom for meetings with his tormentors as if torture at the field did not happen. He understood the place of man-to-man negotiations in the quest to influence policy and power. Raila disagreed fundamentally with many politicians, but the state of the Kenyan nation and how to transform it. But those disagreements never stopped him from sitting down with those he disagreed with or sympathizing with the views of fellow politicians. Raila believed in political parties as vehicles for advancing democracy and good governance. It is upon this belief that he was a founder member of the Forum for the Restoration of Democracy, that is FORD, which later changed to FORD Kenya in 1991, the National Democratic Party in 1996, the Liberal Democratic Party in 1997, and in 2005, his present political vehicle, the Orange Democratic Party of Kenya. In 2013, he led his party into a coalition with other parties to form the Coalition for Reforms and Democracy, that is CORD, on whose ticket he ran for president. He challenged the election results at the Supreme Court, which ruled in favor of his opponents. He accepted the verdict and took up the leadership of the opposition. He contested the 2017 presidential election on the ticket of the National Super Alliance, that is NASA, which election ended up being nullified by the Supreme Court, but he stayed out of the subsequent contest. Mr. Odinga was once again picked by his coalition, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party, for the presidency in 2022, whose results were confirmed against him by the Supreme Court. He accepted the verdict and has led the opposition coalition. Raila's early life prepared him to be a consummate African and citizen of the world, with early education in Kisumu and Siaya before leaving for Germany, where he began his high school education at the Herder Institute in Leipzig. He later transitioned to the Otto von Guericke University in Magdeburg in the then East Germany, where he obtained a Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering, specializing in production technology. In February 2024, Raila visited and extensively toured the two institutions, reliving his days there and recalling that when he arrived in Otto von Guericke, there were not more than 5 black students in the whole college. As a leader, Raila believed in exercise, duty, selflessness, sacrifice, collective leadership, humility, honesty, discipline, and hard work. Other than Kenya, Raila's other great love was Africa. He celebrated the continent's potential and mourned its poverty. He mourned the death of leadership on the continent and felt the pain of its people being left behind by less endowed regions of the world because of failure of leadership. Indeed, the last major political project Raila quietly embarked on days before his death was a third biography dedicated purely to Pan-Africanism and what needs to be done to take the continent forward. In October 2018, Raila was appointed as the African Union High Representative for Infrastructure Development in Africa. He moved into the position with the swiftness and certainty of fish in water. He named the continental highway network corridors, railways, and airports as if they were here in Kenya. He was at ease with Africa's trade deficit figures in comparison to other parts of the world. In politics, Raila communicated the importance of reconciliation, forgiveness, and putting country over self. He forgave his jailers and worked with them to move the country forward. He emphasized that building a progressive country demanded that leaders rise above anger and the desire for revenge. He also believed strongly that the preservation of a nation requires the triumph of pragmatism over ideology. That when the nation is under extreme threat, leaders must embrace extreme compromise. He wanted power to be used to ensure progress, prosperity, and peace of any among nations, and not for any causes that to deal contrary outcomes. We will cherish Raila in the heart of our nation, and I believe in the heart of... Thank you. Long live Raila.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, William Samoei Ruto, Your Excellency, the former President of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, Your Excellency, Sanjo, the former President of Nigeria, and Your Excellency, the Deputy President, Professor Kindiki, and all protocols observed. Now take this opportunity to invite my nephew Junior to come and make his eulogy, to eulogize his father, and then we'll give you the next one. I'm standing here on behalf of the larger Odinga family, but we are starting with the Raila's family for eulogizing. So, Junior, where are you? Thank you.
Josurwa, Amoso, Jokanyanyam, Amoso, Nikwa Ramogi, Wuntie, Kamano, Ingan City Boy. To wangi weloma dignitaries. So but for now, allow me to continue the rest of my speech in English. Gimodo Arani Wachung, let's just take a moment of silence for our late patriot. So if you could all just stand up for one moment of silence. Kogalo. Kogalo. Kamano. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, welcome to Bondo. 001, watu wa Pwani, Karibuni County 041. I think everyone has seen the past 3 days. We have brought Baba's body home. I've traveled with Baba's body halfway around the world from India. It came home. You all watched through the expressway, Kasarani Stadium, Nyayo Stadium. We flew to Kisumu, and now finally Baba is home. And for that reason, I would like to say a very big thank you, Erokamano, to His Excellency President William Ruto and the entire government of Kenya. And the people of this great nation of Kenya, wawachni William Erokamano Achiel, Erokamano William, Wadi, Erokamano William. You can see me here. I'm dressed in white because I feel the past 3 days, we have mourned Baba, we have cried for Baba. I myself have been very exhausted, but I've stood strong. Nikech, I know that's what Baba would have wanted. And today, we're not mourning, we are celebrating a life well lived. We are celebrating Baba at 80. Because Baba lived, and he lived his life throughout. So the rest of us, tonight, we are celebrating Baba and his legacy. Before I continue, just allow me to invite one person up on stage. My sweetheart, my beautiful, my lovely Chungwa. Someone who understands me. Nyaber, Nyamalo. Wave to them, sweetheart. Erokamano. I'm sure you all understand who Baba's immediate family is. Those or his children rather. Those my late brother Fidel, followed by Rosemary, followed by myself, and then there's Winnie. But we also have Baba's grandchildren. Unfortunately, I cannot see them right now, but I'll mention to you their names. There is Safi Odinga. Then there is Alai Odinga. Then there is Senai Odinga. And then there is Lion Amolo Odinga. And lastly, Wangi Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. And that is the grandchildren, Majakom. I'd like the former staff, Ma Baba, wherever you are, if you could just stand up. I know I wouldn't have time to mention all of you, but if I see you, I know Ntie Bagi, Ntie Dennis, there is Juma, there is Bondo. There are so many of them. And for me, what I want to say is thank you to the former staff of Baba for taking care of Baba and for just being around us and the family. Ntie Ogeta, Ntie Juma. So you know who you guys are. And I'd like to say thank you to all Erokamano. I want to finish. Mara, in the spirit of Baba, I want to say Erokamano. Because Baba gave all of us his life. Today is to say thank you back to Baba from all of us. So, refrain kawono and Erokamano Baba. One time. Erokamano Baba. No akawinju. Erokamano Baba. Okay. For Baba, you gave all of us your life. You stayed with us and you showed us how to live a good life. And for that, we are extremely thankful. Erokamano Baba. Baba, you left us with your Vitandawilis. We will miss them. We'll miss your fun, your joy, your laughter, and we'll greatly miss you. And all the dancing styles that you used to have. Erokamano Baba. You taught all of us the Constitution and how to be lawyers and to follow and stand for what we know. I'm stammering like Baba. Erokamano Baba. And lastly, I know Baba is smiling because he's given us so many holidays, and now he has given us Easter in October. So for that we are thankful. Erokamano Baba. I'd like, as I've finished, I'd like to introduce or call one person up to stage. But a lot of us were jealous about her because she was Baba's best friend. She was Baba's confidant, secretary, PA, doctor. So please join hands. She's one of the toughest women I've ever met. She's a very strong lady and we were all jealous of her. Please give a round applause to my sister, Honorable Mheshimiwa Winnie Kazi Odinga.
I always forget salutations, but Your Excellency, dignitaries, fellow mourners, and all protocols observed, good afternoon. Jotura, untie, Baba Nendo, Oyweyo, Ere Jigi, okay. Bien acá. Give him a mic. Give him a mic.
Agweyo mogik nikech Amolo kamora mora mane entie no luonga mondo agwe atimo niero kamano wini kuom timo gimitimo ni adwa ni mondo agwe na Amolo Yugi dwaro ni mondo ayud sigara maber nikech Amolo nohero sigwe ata dwaro sigwe maber sigwe mana kongo gweyone Yabogi wugo ko bi une wangle Keuje koneo makowirwa Yenye kula logo agombo mono Raila kod wugo to en mnale rawiera Joey Kegonea Amolo koko mar jonangaruwi Rabogi wugo ko bi une wangle Keuje koneo makowirwa Yenye kula logo agongo mono Raila kod wugo to en mnale rawiera Orao Moi Orao Kibaki Orao Uru Kawuono omiyowa broad-based government to Amolo mosnwa jodongo man malo piny osiko to oksikie Ogiajura ura chulo ke ugo kora bondo dhiko nyusa kuda dheheda umani nyara kumkokote kuote jokalongni Ajiki kodhi amo
Jotura, ang'eyo ni ungi lit kendo ungi rem beduru mana gi kwe kende Nyasaye bro miwa lot ji osebedo kawoyo marach ewi Bondo ka. Wakuod wigi kendo wanyisgi ni Bondo ka nigi sibor. They wrote for me a speech, but today I have nothing to say. I want to thank you all, and there are a few people here I would like to specifically thank. To the staff of Baba, led by George Okong Opondo, Mr. Andrew Mondo, thank you for your loyalty and support. To Dennis Onyango, Keta Onyango, Morris Ocheng, Jack Nyamburi, Florence Olang, Ibrahim Auma, Jeff Oyer, Emmanuel Wanson, and others, thank you. To the staff of East Africa Spectre, Joff, and all the other officers, thank you. To Washington, Martin, Victor, Rose, Jackie, David, Caleb, Steve, Joanne, Joyce, and others, thank you. And finally, to the late George Odwor, Eric Ominde, Juma, and my partner, Morris Ogeta. On behalf of the Odinga family, thank you all for your love and service. Your Excellency, our people appreciate you honoring